Good evening, this is your Mayor Col Murray with another report on a mammoth council meeting tonight, and in a brave new world nearly all our councillors were at home and proved to be quite challenging during the meeting, particularly to chair the meeting, but with practice we'll certainly get used to that. So on that very large agenda this evening, one of the most topical items was again a discussion about raw water supplies, and there was a lot of debate, a lot of information before the councillors on how we can work with our state government to get a better deal out of our water sharing arrangements in the Peel Valley. The council certainly feels that the citizens in the city of Tamworth and Moonbi and Conteagle are very poorly dealt with in terms of equity in relation to water availability. So that's something that we resolved to take up with the member for Tamworth, Kevin Anderson, and Minister Melinda Pavey, and we'll be requesting an urgent meeting to have further discussions and try and get some resolution to the concerns of council. Another really interesting matter on the agenda this evening was Council's acknowledgement and receipt of some cultural gifts, and in fact around $1 million worth of gifts. There was quite a number of pretty significant artworks that were donated by a whole range of donors, and one that's close to my heart certainly was the donation of the cultural gift of our very famous golden guitar. That's our big golden guitar that takes pride of place at our Visitor Information Centre on Gunniganoo Road in Tamworth, and one of the most photographed icons in Australia. So it was very well received by the councillors, and certainly a great part of the agenda to deal with. Another issue this evening was the adoption of the Masterplan for Chafee Park in Manila. This has been quite a hot topic of discussion in the Manila community, and ironically, and maybe not surprisingly in some cases, but the community consultation was in a couple of different areas was 49 for, 51 against, and 51 for and 49 against on a couple of different questions that were put to the community out there. So some really intense discussions about how the Chafee Park Master Plan might be formatted for the future, but the important thing is it's a really great outcome for the Manila community, and to have their own homegrown, their own home football ground will be one of the highlights, I think, of that park, and certainly to have some some improvements in orientation, some improvements in usability, in meeting the needs of different ages. But importantly, I guess, to note that whilst we have adopted the master plan, we don't have the budget to deliver on it as yet, but that will be a work in progress, and master plans traditionally have around a 15 to 20 year lifetime, so there's lots of work to do there with Chafee Park and Manila, and a great addition to that important community. So that brings my meeting report to a close this evening. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back in 1 month's time with another council meeting report, and I'm hopeful that maybe in June we'll get back to our bi-monthly meetings where we have, or our meetings where we have, or fortnightly meetings where we have 2 per month, and look forward to reporting on those meetings to you. Thank you very much for listening.